Hello, if you are a fashion designer and you want to succeed as a fashion designer, as a business person, this video is for you. This is where we will be diving in exactly what type of strategies you need to put in place to help you become a successful designer. If you don't know who I am, I'm Inga, I'm the founder of I'm Fashion, and we help fashion designers to build their businesses online. So let's dive in. So if you're looking for success, the first exercise that you need to make is to understand how other designers did succeed. For instance, let's take the case of Victoria Beckham. Victoria Beckham back then in 2008 was not a fashion designer. She was a singer, she had some reputation, but she didn't have what it needed to have in order to become a famous fashion designer. So how she did succeed in this journey to become from a singer person, media person, to a respected fashion business owner. So what are the principles that she talks about, and she still talks about it a lot during her interviews, that help her to become a fashion designer, basically? How she made her business successful as a fashion designer and business owner. So first of all, what she speaks about is you need to surround yourself with people. Who are those people who help you to develop your business? You cannot succeed alone in this business. You need to learn to surround yourself with expertise, knowledge, practical help. And those people may be coaches, maybe your partner, maybe a CEO that you can hire, maybe it's an assistant, or your right-hand person who can replace you at any work duties. If you are not a fashion designer and you're looking into creating your own brand, you need to think about how I can start working for someone else. Victoria Beckham worked for other designers and other brands before she founded her own brands. She did it all without even showing us what she did, and the media just showed her image, like very general image, but instead she was working behind the scene to help herself to learn the skills she needed to become a proficient fashion designer.
Is to work for other people. And I didn't go to fashion college, but I spent quite a few years working for other designers. So I worked with Rock and Republic, designing denim. I worked with Linda Farrow, designing sunglasses. I worked for Samantha Tabitha, and that's a Japanese accessories company, designing handbags and also jewellery. And I learned so much. And I think that's the best advice that you can give to anybody. Don't leave and try and start your own company. Get out there, work for other people, learn, be a sponge, have your eyes open, enjoy it. But learn, because it's hard and it's complicated, and you have to surround yourself with the right people. I'm not doing this on my own. I have an incredible team of people that work really hard. And until you put yourself out there, you don't realise what it takes. So I would say definitely get out there and learn from other people.
Then don't forget the business part. What she says, it's okay to know how to draw, but if you don't know how to manage your business, it's basically useless, because your fashion designers will stay on your desktop. But you need to know how to reach to your target audience, how to become a business owner, how to sell your designs.
To actually be aware of the business side of it. Tell us a little bit about how you deal with that.
I think so. I mean, that's definitely very important to me and my team. And yes, it's great to be creative, and we are very creative, but you do have to have a line plan. So when I sit down to design handbag collection, I know what price points I have to hit and what bags I need, and I have the right people around me to help me do that. And there's a lot of creative people that aren't involved with that side of the business. I like to be, because I like to be aware, but I think it's very, very important, because if not, how do you sustain a business if you're not doing that?
Yeah.
So you need to understand how your business works. What are the main principles that help your business to move forward? This is where the second part of the video comes into the play. This is where I will show you what works today and not then, back to 2008 when Victoria Beckham launched her brand. Because before, you needed to implement some types of systems that still many brands, to my regret, still try to implement today. But we live in the transparent social economy where the customer has all information in hand to take the decisions, to take the purchase decision. And if you still use the old systems, you maybe not be a successful fashion brand. Stay tuned, I will talk about the next thing. And before we go to the next thing, just let me remind you, we have a free group where you can join us and learn more about how we can help fashion designers. We call it a new fashion school. This is where you can learn from the community, understand how to launch your brand, and access to free courses. So join the group right now and I will see you there. So what's important nowadays? First of all, focus. You need to learn how to pay attention to what really matters. You need to choose your battles. You need to choose your games. You need to understand that if you want to be a successful fashion brand, you need to choose where you want to be. A wholesale brand goes through resellers that sell your designs, or you want to become a direct-to-consumer brand. In this case, you need to learn how to go directly to the consumer and sell your products on the internet. So the pros and cons of being a wholesale brand or a consumer brand. The wholesale brand, that means basically that you delegate everything from sales to customer service and to the knowledge of your customer to some people. People who you need to pay money and people who will control everything, the vital parts of your business, without not knowing what exactly they do in order to help you develop the brand. So basically you draw, you make your garments and you sell to them and that's it. And if they buy, that's good. If they don't buy, what should you do? Or if they buy and the margins are too low, it's not good either because you spend too much money on press agencies, shows, fairs, and stock. So just be mindful of that. If you go into the wholesale system, you still stay in the previous old school models of creating a brand. Now let's talk about the new school model. The new school model is about how can I be directly accessible to my customers through the internet. It's not something that is hard to learn. First of all, the advantage of this model is very simple. You become the owner of your own brand and you control the sales process. If you control the sales process, you control the revenue that comes in and how you spend that. If you control this, you can develop your brand first, make money, and then delegate your brand and your processes to other people that you can pay for to do this job for you. But you need to start somewhere and you always start where you need to learn something new, right? So this is where I encourage the new fashion designers who just starting their professional lives or want to create their own brand, or people who change their careers and they start their own brands because of the passion for fashion. Please learn the new skill, which is a new school model. And if you want to know more about this new school model, I have another video that you can watch just after this, and you will learn what is this one skill that you need to know in order to succeed in the fashion industry. So once we go through the focus, the next thing that you need to understand that if you want to succeed today in the contemporary economy where the consumer is the king or the queen, you need to learn how to generate community around your brand. So if you don't have an audience today, I advise you to start consolidating one today. How can you create an audience? It's simple. You need to be honest with people. You need to be authentic. Show them who you truly are. Work on your brand and show as you go. Don't try to copy anyone. Take the inspiration from the greatest brand, but create your own voice. Build your own universe and make your brand distinguishable. And the last part, which is very important, it's your product. Find your bestseller. Be extremely focused on creating your first signature product. Start with a mass market product that all people want and upgraded it to your signature designer product. Make it original and interesting. For instance, let's take an example of a mass market product, jean. How can you upgrade jeans to become more interesting to buy at your brand. So think about it. Jeans, everyone is buying jeans. It's a huge market, but how can you upgrade this product, make it more desirable, more interesting, and just sell that? This is how you become successful from the day number one. So focus on the product, create your signature product, and make it successful thanks to this exclusive details that only your brand can provide. That's it for this video, and if you want to know more about new school tactics and how you can develop brands according to the new school system, I advise you to watch the next video that I've just published, and this video is about the skill number one that you need to learn in order to become a successful designer. And don't forget, we have a free group. You can join it today. In this free group, we combine all the knowledge that we can give to beginners and people who are already advanced in the business but don't know how to scale their brand, or managers who wants to join fashion brands and help them grow. Everyone is engaged, exchange on the ideas, and help each other to grow. See you there and join me there. You will find the link below in the description. See you in the next video.